guys! So I know it's a little over a week into October, but that's because I was waiting to film this until I could actually buy the books that I wanted to read. So yeah, here is my October reading list. It's shorter of a list than it was last month because October is when things start to pick up for school. So I'm only going to be reading 2 full books this month. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to read though this month is I'm going to finish The Shadow Cabinet. This is a book that I talked about last month. It is the 3rd in the Shades of London series. I do think there's going to be a 4th, but I don't have a whole lot of the book left at all. I'll figure this out in a second here. Haha. I've got about that much left. A little tiny bit. 25 pages-ish that I have left. So far it's been really good, and I'm really excited to film all of the videos for this series. So hopefully the first 2 will be up fairly soon, and then I'll get this one up, so yeah. The second book that I'm gonna read this month is the new Rick Riordan novel, which is Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard. And this one is called The Sword of Summer, which I doubt you can read because of the glare, but I'm really looking forward to this one. I absolutely adore the Percy Jackson books and the Heroes of Olympus. I really liked all those. I know they're written for the middle grades, like 4th to 8th grade, but I really like it anyway. I don't care. I didn't like the King Chronicles as much. I never actually finished that series, so I'm really hoping that this one will be different than that and I'll be able to really get into it. Here's the synopsis for Magnus Chase. Magnus Chase has seen his share of trouble. Ever since that terrible night 2 years ago when his mother told him to run, he has lived alone on the streets of Boston, surviving by his wits, staying one step ahead of the police and truant officers. One day, Magnus learns that someone else is trying to track him down, his uncle Randolph, a man his mother had always warned him about. When Magnus tries to outmaneuver his uncle, he falls right into his clutches. Randolph starts rambling about Norse history and Magnus's birthright, a weapon that has been lost for thousands of years. The more Randolph talks, the more the puzzle pieces fall into place. Stories about gods of Asgard, wolves, and doomsday bubble up from Magnus's memory. But he doesn't have time to consider it all before a fire giant attacks the city, forcing him to choose between his own safety and the lives of hundreds of innocents. Sometimes the only way to start a new life is to die. Dun dun dun. But yeah, so that's what this one is, and I'm really excited and looking forward to it. I also did make this post on Tumblr like a long time ago where I said, when this series was still just a rumor, and I said that Rick Riordan was probably writing a Norse mythology series to go along with the Greek mythology and the Egyptian mythology, and then he was just going to mash them together into one big novel, like to sum it all up. I don't know if that's going to happen, but the fact that he's writing this now just kind of, you know, I'm a little psychic. But yeah, that one is all about Norse mythology and this kid named Magnus Chase. I'm really kind of hoping that he's related to Annabeth in some way from the Percy Jackson books, so that would be cool. That would give rise to my whole, you know, they're gonna all combine because they do all exist in the same universe, so well, we'll see. And finally, the last book that I'm going to read was one I didn't even know had come out at all, but that is The Library of Souls by Ransom. Now, this is the 3rd and final, as far as I know, novel in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. It centers all around this group of kids who all have peculiar abilities, so like powers and whatnot, and it's kind of, well, I mean, it's peculiar, so it's a little spooky in some spots. It's just a very intriguing series. I thought it was very appropriate for October. This one basically sums up everything that happened in the first 2, obviously, because it's the last one. But the synopsis for this is: the adventure that began with Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children and continued in Hollow City comes to a thrilling conclusion with Library of Souls. As the story opens, 16-year-old Jacob discovers a new powerful ability, and soon he's diving through history to rescue his peculiar companions from a heavily guarded fortress. Accompanying Jacob on his journey are Emma Bloom, a girl with fire at her fingertips, and Addison McHenry, a dog with a nose for sniffing out lost children. He's Lassie. They'll travel from modern-day London to the labyrinthine alleys of Devil's Acre, the most wretched slum in all of Victorian England. It's a place where the fate of peculiar children everywhere will be decided once and for all. Like its predecessors, Library of Souls blends thrilling fantasy with never-before-published vintage photography to create a one-of-a-kind reading experience. That is something really cool about these. Like, in various parts of the book, they'll have photos like that, which you can't really see, but they're kind of funky, interesting, like optical illusion kind of photos. So, yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, those are the books that I will be reading this October. I will probably read Magnus Chase first, and then read Library of Souls second, because that'll be closer to Halloween and, you know, the time for spoopy things. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Okay, bye!